My name is Gabrielle Franklin. I teach at Mallett Creek Elementary School. I teach math and science, 5th grade math and science, and I've been teaching for a total of 7 years. Respond to my students' needs. First, I assess their needs, and we do that by starting class with a warm-up of sorts, with a practice problem of something they're already supposed to know in order to build the foundation for what we're learning for that day. Such, for instance, if they have a long division or 4 divided by 2-digit number division, I'll give a shorter division problem so that I understand and get a basis of what they need. And as I'm teaching the lesson, I'm going to the students who did not get that warm-up right and aggressively monitoring how they're progressing, asking probing questions such as, where did you get that number from? I steer away from asking questions that give them answers, and I ask questions that more so push them to think about their own work and kind of assess themselves throughout the process. And then when it comes to addressing their needs after an assessment, that is evaluating the data, seeing the most common misconceptions, addressing that through warm-ups, through small group instruction. So I first unpack the standard to understand what students need to know, understand, and do to master a standard. And then I will go through our curriculum to see how our resources align with what the standards are asking our students to master. And as I bridge those gaps, sometimes I say, this doesn't really work for what my students need, and I'll include something else, such as an instructional strategy that I know. When students understand the content, of course they're celebrated. I give them encouragement. I praise that they are understanding, and I mark them off like, hey, you've mastered this standard, we can move on to something else. And when students don't understand, that's an immediate, response as checking in with that student. That is write their name down for small groups for the next week, writing down what their misconception is, because it's a difference. Okay, this student doesn't understand this. However, what don't they understand about what they did? I think as a teacher, it's important to hone in on what the students aren't understanding so that you can better address that gap during small group instruction or during the next day's lesson.